hello, good evening. Well, hello, good day, good morning, wherever you are. Just make sure I include Holden and the guys over in Oz and New Zealand. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're having a good week so far. We're back on Bull's Gap. It is the next day. If you caught the Sunday stream, sound like Sean Connery. We are back. It's the next morning. And what's happening today? We've got a few things lined up, actually. I've made a bit of a plan. I've planned ahead. Evening, Morgan. How you doing? Scorp, Tim, Ali, John, K-Man, Cranky, Rob. How are we doing, guys? Spike Hype, Tim Alcorn, Grey Devil. Nice to see you guys. Nice to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Corn's looking good. Still growing, but the top field of barley is ready, which is good because we're gonna combine that. Just left the maize harvester in the field here, so we'll pick this up, run it back to the yard. The old forage harvester. Not going to clean it. We're not on West Texas now. Hot as it, Scorp? Nice and toasty over there in Texas. Nemod's got a day off. Ooh, I'm jealous. I am jealous. I've got Monday off next week though. Looking forward to that. I'm going to do a maximum day of editing. Maximum day of editing. Exactly, Rob. Yeah, best laid plans and all that. You know me. I'll end up doing something completely different. So, first things first. The horses are ready. Warwick and Brian, 50k each. So they are getting sold straight away. Oh, Tim. Don't rub it in, man. That's all kinds of jealousy going on there. I'm not going to lie to you. So we're going to move them back. Move Brian back as well. Confirm that. $100,000. Thank you very much indeed. So straight away we're going to go and spend some of that. It is time. You've probably worked out already from the thumbnail because it was a bit of a dead giveaway. We're going to treat ourselves to a new trailer, and the reason we're going to get a new trailer is because we need some way of shipping our honey around. Because remember we started put some hives in last week. Now I have removed 2 of them on advice from a few other people who basically said 2's enough or you can't keep up with production. So there's our 2 hives. If you listen carefully you can hear the bees. Progress wise we've got 3 honeycombs in each already made. Now you can't empty them until I think you need to fill the hive first. Somebody tell me if that's otherwise the case, but if I open the production menu I can't spawn a pallet yet, so I'm guessing it needs to go up a little bit more until you fill them all. So it'll be a few days yet, but once we're up and running, it should keep going. And we've got our trees here. We're going to go to the shops now, and we're going to buy our truck and a few boxes that we can collect the fruit from under the trees as well. So looking forward to that. So what we'll do, we'll buy our truck. I'll show you what I'm going to get. Not that Chevy flatbed, although that is a nice truck. Look at that. Nice. But we're not getting back today. We are going to get another Mark Thor special. He's not here yet, but I'll have to say thank you to him later, which was on Hordy's channel actually last week. And good old Mark punted one straight over to me after that. As soon as I said I liked it, there was one waiting in my inbox. Classic Mark. So something like that. Nice kind of FSG complimentary truck. 16,000. We can afford that. We've got 100,000 in the bank. You can kick each honeycomb out and put them into a spinner. Is that right, Rob? All right, we'll have to try that when we go back to the... So that's the other thing I want to buy while I'm at the shop, is some bee supplies. So I want one of these. Well, I want 4 of these, actually. fact, 6. Do you know what? I'll buy 3 for now. Just see how they work. A couple of buckets I believe I need as well. Is yellow a good colour, or am I going to get them lost? Let's do them bright red, shall we? Then they won't get lost. And then the other thing I wanted was the honey extractor and a honey box. And where's the honey filling station? Oh my god, I've got to buy so much stuff. Hope we can lift this by hand. Let's head over and get this stuff anyway. We'll have to add to it bit by bit. Alligator, I am doing well, thank you very much. I am doing very well. Blank, nice to see you again. Yes, we're on track. We're only need 1 bucket. It's not like me to not really do my research, is it? Right, there we go. There's our nice old truck. I like that. Let's pop a few of these in the back, because hopefully there's enough space. I've not even checked to see yet if there's... Raphael, welcome my friend. Thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Let's see. Can we pick this up? Oh, good. We can pick everything up. Good. Let's see if we can fit everything in, or I don't really want to have to come back for stuff if I don't have to. This is looking positive. Oh, come on, bucket. In you go. And the other one. Nicely done. I don't know if there's straps in this truck or not. We'll soon find out, won't we? Ooh, that last one looks a bit dodgy, but it's in. That'll do. That'll do me nicely. Let's head home. Let's hope the buckets don't bounce out. I'm loving this truck already. Bears Den, welcome back. How you doing? Running 1 screen on the stream and 1 on Flint Hills. What could be better? Oh, look at that reverse light. It's like brighter than the sun. Bourbon Geek, nice to see you again. How's things? Have I not watched Daggerwin's Vintage Survival? I haven't caught much of it, actually. I've caught the first few episodes, but I haven't watched it again. I've been so busy. I've been so busy. It's been nuts. My work's got a little bit too busy recently, which is a bit frustrating. And I have to say, setting up the sim rig has been... Way, look at the buckets going. has been good fun. Hey, there go the buckets. Oh, I caught one again. That was quite good. Is it ever going to stop rolling? Had to catch that. Holden was right, we only needed 1 bucket. There we go. It is a bit hick, this, isn't it? Cowboy. Viplanet, how are you doing? Blu-ray, don't lick the bucket. Ooh. Just try and get home. Kick the bucket. That makes more sense. Nice morning. Look at that haze over there. Very nice. What we're going to do, we're going to set up our little shed as a production facility, I think. So we'll stop here and drop a couple of these things off. Let's put our little spinner in the shed first, though. I'm doing very well, mate. Thank you very much, Viplanet. Nice to see you. PSX, nice to see you as well. Hope all is well. Right. Box out. Bucket out of... Oh, look, there's straps inside the buckets. That would have been helpful, wouldn't it? Too late now. Things you learn after you don't need them anymore. Right, bucket in here. We'll put one of these. Apparently, if you put these under the trees, they fill up, which is quite clever. Take our little honey spinner out as well. Pop that in the corner. We're going to get the table as well. We're going to put that in here as well. We're going to have a little production facility, which will be quite nice. Everything out of the rain. Is that a moonshine still? That would be cool, wouldn't it? Maybe that. Maybe somebody will come up with that in the new production stuff for FS22. Oh look, it's filled with apples already. Oh, they were sitting on the trees and they've transferred into the boxes. I like it. I like it. Hey, Mark Thor's in the house. I'm just bigging you up for the truck, Mark. Thank you very much for sorting that for me. Even if Hordy was upset that I'd stolen his truck. Quick respray and change of the plates. He would never know. You would never know. Right, drop them in there too. There you go, look. Filling up with pears. So definitely worth going to get a few more of those. Right, now, somebody said before you can lift these out individually. I'm yet to work out how to do that. That's tree. I'm looking at a tree there, not the... I think my tree and my... Right, honeycomb. Clicking on them. Don't seem to be able to access one of them. Prickly Boy 11, nice to see you back. Glad to have you here. Spawn them. I can't do that either, Mark. I'll show you. Unless I do it this way. So if I do R, honeycomb's empty, bees, honeycomb's full. It only lets me... Ah! That makes sense now. Spawn one pallet. Wouldn't let me do that before. There they are. So we can run this up to our little spinner. We'll get another one in a minute as well. Hey, Yogsy's here. Right, you go there. Do I need to open it or something first? Throw object. Bring up the global companies menu, shall we? And see honey extractor. There we go. Auto start on. So honeycomb's full. Takes 4 of them. So where do I put them? Open the lid. It's not giving me that option. Open cover. There we go. Would have been helpful, wouldn't it? Hey, we're off. Get it lined up. That looks pretty good. Right, let's go and get some more. How's it going, Args? Nice to see you. Hofbergman. Everybody's talking about Hofbergman. I really need to check it out. I haven't had the chance yet, but nice to see that it's been well received. Right, should be able to get... have to come out, I think, and then go back in. Add. Oh well, 3 is better than none. Okay, let's run this up. It's quite Quite manual. Benjamin Barnes, how you doing? Dwayne, nice to see you. Bees are like... Don't say that. I'll just add them to my list with beets and potatoes. It is quite manual, isn't it? This better be lucrative at the end of it. Yeah, we've had a bit of a shift around, Tim, because the sim racing rig is all set up now. So yeah, it's there we go. Got some honey in there. We better go and get our other stuff as well, haven't we? Is everything out of the truck? Yes. Right, let's go and get our table. Right, let's head back to the shop and get those other bits. This is quite good. You lift your foot off the accelerator, this thing grinds to an instant halt. It's quite good. It's quite twitchy on the brakes though. Or maybe that's me. I've just been driving the sim rig this week, so I'm a little bit twitchy. A little bit twitchy. There is a first video has been recorded on iRacing, so keep an eye out for that. Whoa, okay, the leaf springs on this are as bad as they are on Jeepers Creepers. Yeah, the truck looks great, Mark. Really nice. Like it a lot. Let's shut the menu again. Jars, that's what we're going back for, Nemod. Jars and a table. It's very manual though, isn't it? Which I kind of like. Going to blow through our 100k in no time at all. Although we do have quite a lot of maize silage that's going to be ready to be dumped into the BGA today as well. So we can do that at some point. Probably won't do all of that this episode because that would be quite tedious for you guys. But main colour, we better do it FSG green, hadn't we? There we go. Nice. Charging me an extra 50 quid for changing the colour of the box. That's nice, isn't it? Right. Let's get a few honey jars. That'll do for now. A little bit of a stockpile. And I think that's all we need, isn't it? Just got to get it all in the truck again. See if we can get it at home without it all falling out the back. Almost too big, but not enough. I should have bought one of the pallets back. We'll do that next time. This is enough here to get us started, but yeah, I think we'll those pallets are going to come in handy that we bought, aren't they? We shall give it a go. Really is a nice truck, that. I love the wooden finish of the... Oh, it's going to fall through that one, isn't it? Wooden finish on the sides is nice. Lovely detail. And the engine sounds authentic as well. Krogmoose, how's it going? Yeah, we're nearly there with our first batch of honey. Then we're going to see how much it's worth. It's going to be like beets. Although this has been a little less stressful. Benjamin Barnes, I did go from 15 to 18,000 subs. It's growing roughly about 2,500 new subs a month. And yesterday we rolled over 2 million video views for the channel, which is so cool. Honestly, so cool. Have I seen the truck with all the dirt on it? I will love it. Of course I will. It's the only way to have a truck, isn't it? Right, come back with some proper, with a proper pallet for the jars. But for now, this is just a little bit of a test run. Thank you very much, Nemod. That is very kind of you. Yes, 2 million views. I can't honestly. can't quite believe it. It's ridiculous. When I set out, I mean, I'm not a year old yet. July is officially when I uploaded my first video. End of July last year. So to be at 18,000 subs with 2 million video views is just a little bit mind-boggling, to be honest. Typical comrade, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. Get rid of the mini-map. I think we know our way around here enough now. Great to have you here. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy the stream. Oof, the suspension on this needs a little bit of work. Thank you, Typical. That is very kind of you to say. Glad you're enjoying it. If it helps, I am loving still putting it together. So thank you. It's fair to say you guys seem to be enjoying West Texas. I have to say it's been great fun putting it together with ARGs as well. We do have a laugh doing it. SimFarmer19. Nice to see you as well. Thank you for joining. Great to see you here. Oakley Lakes as well. Welcome. Thanks for the subscriptions for the subscribe. Let's put this the right way around, should we? Stuck on a wall there. There we go. So, guessing you don't need to open anything on here, so let's just put our jars in, shall we? Oh, they're plastic, don't worry. I've been watching Jeremy's phone. I haven't tuned in yet. I can't tell whether he's doing it seriously or he's being typical Clarkson and just being a bit of a knob. Teenage Astronaut, nice to see you. Scott George, my man, nice to see you too. Anne Hordy, how you doing? Oh, it only takes 2 at a time, does it? Crikey, this will take a while. Just drop them on the floor. This is going to turn messy really quick. This is not that time consuming, actually. I mean, alright, it's taken us a little bit of time to set it up. But actually, once it starts flowing, this could be quite good. And I think you guys said last week, production-wise, it takes a while to keep up with this. And money-wise, it's been relatively cost-effective, I think. I've not spent a fortune on this. And it doesn't need a topper. So already it's better than BEET's. Although they're definitely going to need some... drop them there. Now I will pop one of these in the back for the next time we go to the store, and we'll pick up some more jars if we need them. I don't know how many jars it takes, but there we go. Now that looks empty, but it's full again there. We'll fill it up. That up again. Hello, Caleb. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you found the tutorials helpful. I do my best. Evening Farm Sim Jim. Nice to see you. Crikey, that didn't take long, did it? Grassman, nice to see you again. Right. So, if we just reverse this guy in here, there's a log on the floor there. We can. This is the brightest LED light in the world. There we go. That'll do. Can't get out now. Let's open those as well. There we go. Free bit of wood as well. Nice one. Stranded Canson, how are you, man? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Right, bees are done. Done with bees. Sold the horses. Silage isn't ready yet. Go and do some combining, shall we? Oh yeah, we're going to put honey in our Jack Daniels. I think the BEET thing's never going to leave me now, Rob. I think I am. I'm going to be beaten by that forever. Right. Let's go back to the yard. Let's. I think the maize head is still on the combine, so we'll get rid of that. We'll put the combine, the header. We'll go up to the top field. I think we'll stay here in the yard to start with. I'm just trying to work out where I put my little farm shop. So there's a farm shop where you sell all your home produce. I'm just trying to think the best place for it. What do we reckon, guys? Do we do it here, or do we do it at the other end of the... trying to work out where it is. There it is. Little farm shop. It's a sensible-ish size. Is that on our land? Not to where the front and the back is. There's the front. So we can either put it here somewhere in the yard, or we can head off and pop it by the road. What do we reckon? Where's a good place for it? Well, I'm glad we're keeping you entertained, Grassman. Very pleased. What do we reckon? Here or back in the yard? Mead. Yeah. We could expand again by the road. Road here. Right. As long as we don't ever buy that field, because I'm about to plant it right on the edge of this field. There we go. Sorry, field. I've just blatantly tarmacked over your field, but that's good. You didn't mean that road, did you? Oh well, too late now. Right, let's drop this header off. Farm Sim Jim. So FSG, how long do you think it will take for someone to make a map of Jeremy Clarkson's farm near Chaddington? So who's watching it? Is he being very Clarkson-esque, or is he actually trying to take it seriously? I've literally only seen the trailer, and it looked like he was being very Jeremy Clarkson about the whole thing, which kind of puts me off a bit. That's fine when it's with cars, but I'm not so convinced when it's farming. I'd just get annoyed with him, I think. But I'll give it a go. I should give it a go, really, because I do quite like him, even though he's an absolute blithering idiot. Should probably buy a couple more horses, actually, shouldn't we? Keep the horse rotation going. That makes sense. Right. Doesn't really matter which one's colour-wise we buy. Confirm. There we go. 10 grand on 2 new horses. Barely burnt through our 100 grand, haven't we? I don't have enough oats to get 4 horses at the moment, but I will maybe add another couple in and get them on a rotate. I'll have to give it a go then. I'll have to give it a watch. Clarkson, yeah, we better name one of the horses Clarkson, hadn't we? That's definitely. Clarkson, Hammond and May. Buy a third one. That sounds very Clarkson-esque. Buying a Lamborghini. Right. This head is tiny. I should have got the bigger one. Right, we'll cut this. We'll drive this, shall we? I was going to decide whether or not I'd put it on Courseplay and we'd run the truck, but actually we'll just go and get the truck and we'll drive it for fun. Very good scope. Send them to the glue factory. They pay the most. They pay the most. Sorry, it's very dark in here tonight. I'll try and adjust that actually. Ah, that didn't work, did it? There we go, is that a bit better? You can see me in glorious Technicolor now. We'll get the truck. Botar, you can't work a bigger head with that class unless you have a friend called Mark Thor, who's done the appropriate adjustments to make anything possible. Well, let's run the Mac up. Tab to the truck. Which truck? No, got to walk about. Oh. Shed light on it. It's fine. There we go. Mrs. FSG turning the big light on, see if it helped. Let's just pull it into the maize field. We're going to pretend that it's dry enough that it's not going to get sunk in the field. We love the Thor, yeah. We do indeed. Right. Let's get everything unfolded. I suppose the benefit is we know Mrs. FSG's watching now, so you can all say hello to her. Kids are in bed. They've only got another week of school and then it's the summer holidays for them. With corn silage, do you need maize plus or just a normal forage harvest? Just a normal forage harvester, Steve. If you're just going to forage the maize, it doesn't make... it just makes standard silage. You get a bit more flexibility if you use maize plus, but... yeah, in principle, it kind of does the same thing. So I always suggest maize plus is quite not difficult, but it adds another dimension. Whereas if you're fresh to it, I would just definitely run it in normal game to start with, just to get used to the whole process, really. So we'll get this down. Do we need the straw or not? I keep meaning to put the straw harvest mod on, so it would turn it into. In fact, I am just going to get rid of the straw. I do not need the straw. I've got some straw left over from my last harvest. So if you hadn't already seen on the Discord, I put up a new channel today called Ask FSG, and we're going to do a video in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to answer some of your questions. A few people have asked, so I thought I would put it up. So if you've got any questions you want to ask me, drop them in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, I'm going to put a post up on Facebook and on and on the community page on the YouTube channel as well this week, so you can put your questions in, and I'm going to ask Mrs. FSG to pick the best ones. Yeah, she's got to keep tabs on me. Make sure I don't go rogue. Right, let's see if we can get right around this field. It's only 50%, that's not bad. You did, Scorp. Old age, mate. Alex Simoneau, thank you for the comment. That's very kind of you. Take care, Grassman. Look after yourself. It will be up later so you can catch it a little bit later on, mate. Evening, Edgar. How's it going? Jake, nice to see you. Hope we're all doing well. One lap of the field. That actually didn't take that long, did it? That was quite good. Let's do another couple, and then we'll start doing the up and downs. Dennis, delighted that you're here for a live stream, my friend. Great to see you. Jake, I'm doing very, very well, thank you. How are you? And Donna, hello. Nice to see you again. I've just noticed, Mark. Look at the logo. Look at the FSG logo on the back. Oh, it's floating in midair. So yeah, no. Last night's West Texas video was my third most popular video after 24 hours. I was quite taken aback by that. Obviously, the big machinery and the Texas vibe is popular with you guys. Wonder if I can cut through the field here without running out of space in the tank. I think I might be pushing my luck a little bit. Going to be full at the farthest point from the truck, aren't we? Typical. Typical, typical. It's the banter with arcs. Honestly, it's got to a point now where we're just waiting for the other one to mess something up so we can put it in each other's videos. Gotta laugh. Well, you got to play to the crowd, haven't you? When we've got as many Texas supporters as we've got in you guys, you've got to give the people what they want, haven't you? Oh yeah, looking forward to getting some animals in for sure. That's kind of definitely going to be fun, particularly because we're doing seasons as well. So that'll definitely fill the gaps whilst we're waiting for crops to go and cycles to go for seeding and things like that. So no, for sure, looking forward to that. We're going to do horses as well, I think, not just cattle. Right, let's open that. Takes a while to unload. Adam's Farm Life. Hey FSG, long time no see. I remember when I had more subs than you, and now I'm about to hit 200 and you're nearly at 20k subs. What a year, man. Well done. Yeah, Adam, it's been absolutely crazy. I honestly don't know why or how, but it's amazing that we've got to this. I can't believe it. I'm just saying before you joined, Adam, that the channel rolled over 2 million video views yesterday. So, Scuba Steve, thank you, my friend. Take care. Appreciate you dropping by. We'll see you again soon. I thought it was a hole in the bottom of the truck then. I thought it was falling out. It's very dark, that barley, isn't it? But yes, no, if you can hit the like button, that is much appreciated because it does help the channel. It all goes towards feeding the very important algorithm that nobody knows how to... nobody knows how it really works. Farm Sim Snowy, nice to see you, my friend. Potato Army, great to see you. Thomas Mills, thank you very much. Very kind of you. That bottle is yes, it's just carrying one of the constituent parts of beer. I haven't got time to watch my own vids, Rob. Wish I did. Dr. Lost, thank you very much. Yes, it's definitely grown. It's been a fun series to do this one, without question. It's turned into a bit of a labour of love. I thought I would have got bored with it, but I have to say, well, especially from the support from you guys, it's gone from strength to strength, which is great. You know, a lot of the ideas on here have come from suggestions from you guys. Mrs. FSG has the videos on repeat all day. She's a Farmer Cop fan. She prefers watching Farmer Cop to me. Where's the loyalty, right? Dennis, am I planning on doing another survival series? Not just now. We're going to keep going with Bull's Gap for just now. But if you do want a fresh survival series, go check out... well, in fact, Cranky's done one. And, no. Is it you, Cranky? You've done a Back to the Future style one, which is quite cool. No. Am I getting confused now? I don't know what I'm doing. But check out Argsy's Spectacle Island survival series as well. Hordy's got a survival series as well, yes. Not you, Cranky. Sorry, mate. Bigging you up. Bigging you up for something you haven't done. But yeah, if you haven't checked out Hordy's stuff, go check him out. He's doing some good stuff. He's throwing himself into the deep end very, very, very quickly. But his content's good. I sat and watched his live stream after mine on Sunday night, and he was he's good, and he's got the best accent ever. He worries about it, but I think it's brilliant. But then again, I'm from Scotland, so I can pick up his Scottish lilts in his accent, which is great. Right, let's pay attention to what I'm doing so I don't run anything over. Jake, can I do an animal episode? Jake, keep an eye on West Texas. Argsy and I are about to buy 2,400 cattle. So yes. There will be some big cattle farming coming. Coming soon. I do love this combine. Again, another Mark Thor special. And for those of you who don't know, the blue class combine is a legitimate thing. We haven't just picked the wrong colour. These were actually made at the end of the 80s, early 90s in collaboration with Ford. So there you go, Jake. Yes, we do. We have a Ford mod. It's this. I ran a Ford very early on the farm. I ran a 3000 series Ford on the farm. way back when, in the first couple of episodes. Don't think we can take out 4.8 million. Yeah, we can. We'll pay that back in days, Args. Oh no, hang on a minute. That's how much we spent on lime and fertilizer already, isn't it? And anhydrous. My bad. Eli McCarty, where did I get the truck in the thumbnail? The truck is, I think it's an OK used mods one, so you can pick it up on all the main mod sites. But it's a cracking little truck. Really nice. Benjamin Barnes, what time is the stream going to? We're going to go till probably around about midnight. So we've got another just over 2 hours to go now. It really is working effectively, that herbicide. Very cost effective. Buy once, use 10 times. The economy on the map is so tough it even keeps... Well, I actually think I like the fact it is. I was bemoaning actually the other day to somebody that I actually think even in hard mode it's too easy to make... It's the lack of consistency, I think, is the problem. So things like 2 horses cost you nothing other than like you buy 2 horses for £5 each. I mean, I've never filled their food up and it's going down so slowly. Yeah, I've just sold them for £100. All you've got to do is be patient. Silage through a BGA, just crazily expensive, but yeah, it's so I think it's good. I like a challenge. I do like a challenge. Adam's Farm Life, take care, mate. Nice to see you again, and good luck on the 200 subs. If you haven't subbed to Adam, go check out his channel. It's got some good real life farming stuff going on there. So definitely worth a check out. Horses on seasons is different, yes. Horses are pigs in real life. Jake says, have I seen an FS22? Absolutely have, yes. Yep, no, it's starting. All the cynics who were like, oh, it's just going to be FS19 again when they saw that original launch trailer. Giants have been smart. They're just drip feeding us some nice. I think it's going to build up to maybe a big new trailer or some live gameplay or something over the course of FarmCon in July. So that'll be good. I've actually taken the days off work for FarmCon, so I'm going to do a few live streams as and when we're watching the content, just to feedback on all the information if you miss it, but should be quite good fun. Should be quite good fun. This isn't going to take us long to do this, actually, is it? It's not bad at all. Then we're going to have to do some ploughing. We've got a few fields here now. They're going to need a plough, especially, well, this barley one isn't, because it's barley, but certainly the corn one is going to need ploughing before we do anything else with it. I think it's probably going to need lime as well. Let's pick up the end of that row there. Benjamin, absolutely, I'll be getting it on day one, no question. But I think you'll find a lot of people will stick with FS19 while the mods develop. So I think there'll be that initial kind of spike when everybody plays it for the first couple of weeks and gets their head around what it does differently and things like that. And then we'll probably I'd probably do a bit of both, a little bit of FS19 and some FS22 as well, but we'll see how it goes. Bentley, take care, thanks for dropping by. And Cason Bunkley, hello, how you doing? It's like a tag team. Bentley goes, Cason arrives, hands the baton over. Cut out another edge, I think, here. Not enough realism. Even with seasons, stuff does not die enough. Crops don't fail enough. Machines don't break. A lot more could be done to make things harder. I agree, and I would love to see another level of simulation added. I think that's a fair point, Quantum. I would love to play it. I would definitely love to play it at a real like hardcore difficult mode. Would be great. Patron Pirate, nice to see you again. How are you doing? 22, I think, it'll be that usual. I think there'll be a couple of early patches, things like that. I think it'll settle down relatively quickly, though, hopefully. Benjamin Barnes, you're debating the cost. It'll be interesting to see how much it is. Obviously, it'll be quite punchy on day one, I think. I think I'm going to get the collector's edition. I think I might do a pre-order of that. But definitely, I think I might get a couple of game codes ready for when it comes out. I would love an additional level of realism for machinery. So mechanics, belts breaking on combines, oil needing changing, things like that. You could turn on and off, but equally you could work on your machine for a couple of minutes before you took it out of. I always think that with Millennial Farmer, he puts it in almost every episode before he jumps in a tractor. He checks the oil religiously. Wouldn't it be great if you if you didn't check the tractor, the oil goes down, or I think it's going to be. I think it would be great to see something like that. Yeah, something like that would be good, Args. Yeah, you almost there's a time penalty or something if you've. But you could preempt it as well though by keeping on top of your repairs and stuff. Maybe machinery breaks quicker if you don't wash it. Things like that. Who knows? Dennis, you should be ready to put out a lot of videos in the beginning of FS22 because I think it will attract new players that haven't played FS19 and they will want some tutorials and tips and tricks. I can guarantee you there will be a lot of vids when FS22 comes out, Dennis. Don't you worry. I think we'll maybe definitely take launch day off, or even a couple of days after that, to really get ourselves stuck into it. So it should be good. Scott de Jong, take care, man. See you later. Thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated as always. Have I checked out the vehicle maintenance mod? It's pretty interesting. I have, Bears. Yeah, I think it's a nice attempt for a mod to do something a little bit different. But again, I think they're limited by really what the game's capable of there. There's only so much more you can do. But it would be nice to have something even more than that. I'm interested to see what they'll do with that side of things. It's something that's been asked for a long time though, hasn't it? So I really need to go into this map and fix these this clipping of these trees. It's kind of like a disco. It would be good if WD-40 was a brand, wasn't it, that came into the game. Like all lubes and cleaning products supplied by WD-40. Botar, you think Giants should give me a free copy to promote their game? Yeah, I think it'll probably go to people bigger than me. Sadly, Botar. I agree, they should. Because I'd say nice things about it. Oh, that's a good point. Argsy makes a very good point. Yeah, there's no... none of the manufacturers would want their... to suggest that their machinery would break down. It will run perfectly for forever. And it'd be quite fun if they put a bug in it where the case stuff breaks down all the time. And when the John Deere stuff breaks down, it costs you a fortune and it gets taken away for 10 weeks to get repaired. Thierry, how are you doing? Nice to see you, man. Did you miss anything important? We've got bees and honey. Thierry. feel like it should be dents and stuff in your machine if you hit something. What about if they do 360s casing? .360s off fence post. There wasn't a scratch. Yeah, right to repair would be an in-game issues. Well, there you go, $1,000 of revenue. So basically, you've got a promise that you all go out and buy the new game and use my code or Argsy's. You'll have to agree amongst yourselves to split it 50-50. Half to Args, half to me, so we can get bronze status. Is that a deal? Take care, Benjamin. Thanks for dropping by, mate. We'll see you again soon. It's a bit quieter tonight. We've only got 100 in. It's the good weather, isn't it? People end up doing other stuff. Got to wait till autumn and winter again when it's cold and wet and windy and snowy outside. Should dancing combines take damage in FS22? Yeah, rip the whole front end off your combine, bouncing up and down. There you go, yeah, we'll do it alphabetically. Good idea, Args. Yeah, I like the idea of that case, and yeah, like chisels of ploughs breaking, tines breaking off cultivators and things like. I think it's a nice idea. Combine goes up in smoke if you don't wash it, if you don't clean it. Wife and 9 kids. 23 pets. Yeah, the Rocks and Fields mod looks really interesting, actually, doesn't it? It does look good. So they'll basically, when you're ploughing or cultivating, it will spawn rocks randomly behind you in the field that you need to go and pick up. I think it's a really clever idea. Really clever idea. So actually, rock boxes on the front of tractors could finally have a use, instead of just being a decorative item. I think Giant's excuse for no realism, as it would limit who buys it, is a cop-out. Make it optional. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Quantum. I think as long as it was a level of difficulty that you could turn on and off. I mean, you could make it the same as FS19, but just notch up a couple of extra levels of difficulty. You know, you wouldn't need to change that much. Prices, introduce some breakdowns or something like that. But yeah. Thierry, you applied for sales rep at a local JCB dealer. That is exciting, man. I hope you get that. That would be great. Good stuff. Could sort us all out with JCB merch. Island Ball, nice to see you again, man. Great to have you back. Ah, Benjamin's back. His brother had to go, not him. Good for him. We've got through this pretty quick, actually, haven't we? An full engine swap. I'd love to be able to see you manhandling wheels as well. Get your jewels when you put your jewels on your tractor. You actually have to wheel them out of a shed and manhandle them onto the tractor. All that stuff would be good, wouldn't it? Or maybe FSG hats. I'm trying to convince Mrs. FSG to do the to do all the distribution on it, which basically means sitting in a room, putting hats in bags and posting them all over the world. There you go, Tom Owen. Tom Owen coming in with the classic quotes. Glad to hear it, Island Ball. Glad you're back to full health. And what about things like every time you get into the cab of a tractor, there's like whoever drove it last's half-eaten dinner in it and just rubbish, bale twine, and just like our tractors used to be so messy on the farm. Case and wish you could mount flags on your auger or just anywhere without it being a mod or something. Yep. Stuff like that would be nice, wouldn't it? Or just a mod that you can mount on any other mod. Yeah, that's a good idea as well, Quantum. And they've started to do that, you know, Carl Farms Steiger with the hood that you can open on with simple IC is nice. You know, that's possible. That is possible. Yeah, plastic water, loads of empty plastic water bottles, yeah. It's just a real farm, Args. None of these show farms. Right. One side of the field done. That didn't take long at all, did it? This bit shouldn't take too long. Hey, Fusion's in the house. Derek Greenhall says, I wish my tractor tyres were like FS19 that never wear out. 1,500 euros for 2 rear cheapest brand tyres. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? Farming is super expensive. Super expensive. How's the Epic coming? Like, got cinema booked for it. Oh, imagine standing in a milking parlour in FS22, putting the equipment on the cows. They need to sort the physics out before they did anything like that, wouldn't they? Good to hear it, Fusion. You're building the anticipation here. Well, if you're pleased with it, that's all that matters, mate. You're judging it by your own high standards. It's going to be good. Yeah, very much looking forward to it. One tip from me, Fusion, even if you weren't thinking about it, don't do it as a premiere. Because for whatever reason, YouTube butchers the quality. Because I think they think that they're going to be overloaded with lots of people watching at the same time, so they notch all the settings right down. Goes back to the AVC codec and goes very pixelated, so just launch it without making it a premiere. And that's I think that would be one way of doing it. You'd have 15 potential errors and a randomizer would just choose which one goes at that date. Hey, welcome, Fusion. Yeah, you've got to release it at peak quality. Remember, Fusion, when Args did a vid like that? DJ Goham shared it and his channel took off, so no pressure. This is going to be your Flint Hills, this one, man. I sense it. So there you go. If you're not subscribed to Fusion, there's every reason to. Because you'll get to see his epic vid on Friday. Or Saturday. Island Ball, take care. Thanks for dropping by. Good to see you. Yeah, Arx's John Deere showcase vid are just brilliant. So good. You need to do another one now with all the updated mods, Args. Be about 2.5 hours long now, wouldn't it? Rusty! How's it going, man? Rusty! Rusty's got the survival series. He's got Back to the Future survival series. So go check out Rusty's series. Yay, Rusty's donut. Always appreciate a donut from Rusty. Thank you, buddy. Nice to see you. Oh, 96%. There's no point in going back in the field with that, is there? Too busy reading the chat and not paying attention. Benjamin Barnes, you're a Twitch streamer. I have a Twitch channel, which I haven't looked at in about 2 months, to be honest. Maybe I'll put a bit more iRacing content on Twitch. Baz have to wait for the fields to dry a bit after rain. With that season, you have to do that in seasons. 100% without humidity. Evening, Timorous. How's it going? Nice to see you. Ranman, the one immersion feature I do not look forward to is the smell. Wouldn't that be brilliant? That'll come in the future, won't it? Like you have little scent blowers underneath your monitors that pump out real farm smells. That would be brilliant. Timorous, are you using in Bull's Gap any machine that is stock in-game and not mod? I don't think I am, Timorous. I don't think I've got anything that isn't a mod. I'll be absolutely brutally honest, I very, very rarely use any of the base game stuff. Not because it's bad. I can't really tell you why I don't use some of it. Some of the stuff is very good, but yeah, for some reason I don't tend to use it. Ah yes, Cranky, the classic silent but violent, emitted by dogs. That's like a farm and an abattoir mixed together, that, isn't it? Flat tyres would be good, wouldn't it? I like the idea of that. Only problem is everyone's got tracks now. Yeah, pretty much that's probably why Fusion just, like, used everything to death. Good stuff, Rusty. Glad to hear it. If you don't know, Rusty runs a rather nice little Facebook group all about survival farming and things like that, and it's well worth checking out. I'm not sure if any of the mods can grab it and share it in here. It's got about 450, 500 members, Rusty, hasn't it? But it's a lovely, warm, friendly group of like-minded people pushing the old survival gameplay series quite well. What is it like to stream on YouTube? Because I want, but I'm hesitant. What are you hesitant about, Benjamin? It's like, I think it's no different to to Twitch, to be honest. It's I think the quality of Twitch is ever so slightly better, but it much of a muchness, really. Go where your audience is would be my tip. Don't chop and change. So if you've built up a little bit of a following on Twitch, stay on Twitch. But if you haven't got many followers and you want to try something different, jump over to YouTube. You definitely get a little bit more exposure on YouTube, just because there's more people on YouTube. But there we go. Farming Simulator Challenges on Facebook. Oh, you've got 4. All right, it should be all right, Ben. If you want to switch. The nice thing is your content never disappears on YouTube, so it doesn't disappear after a couple of weeks or however long. So from that perspective, it's there for forever. So the chances of other people picking it up later on is obviously higher. Timorous, I agree. I think it's going to take a few months for the modders to get their game together. We're kind of hoping that it's not such a radical change for creating mods as it was from 17 to 19 when they really updated some of the code in the game. We're thinking this is more of an evolution, which means that they'll be able to up poly counts and add more quality into the mods, but it's this, in essence it's the same tools that they use at the moment. So hopefully that might speed up the process. You might see a lot of FS19 mods being upgraded to 22 a little bit quicker. We shall see. We shall see. Bears, is there a specific modding site that Mark puts his stuff on? Mark tends to do customizations of existing mods, so I think he doesn't tend to share them more broadly without getting permission first. But if there's enough interest, he might. If you can get permission from the original modders. Right, let's get this little triangle in the corner done, and we will go and unload this load straight into the distillery, I think. Yeah, that's a problem too, Dennis. Yeah, for once you're excited about playing with more limited items in the shop right now. You spend 20 minutes looking for a single tractor. Yeah, I know that. I think that could be coming, Scorp. Mark's mods. Cut price mods. Turned around in seconds. Mark Thor did a marathon 36 hours non-stop on Argsy's multiplayer server at the weekend. I'm yawning thinking about it. Guy's an absolute nutter. I don't know where he finds the energy. Jeffro! Welcome. How you doing, sir? Winter's Melbourne. Which is still probably warmer than Scotland's summer. So... I was saying the other day, Scorpion, he can't help himself. The amount of times I've finished a stream and there's an email in my inbox going, hey, I fixed this for you, or I saw this and thought I'd update it for you, or it's hilarious. I am doing well, Jeffrey. Yeah, the weather's been great up here for the last few weeks. It's been thoroughly enjoyable. The wind got up a little bit, but it's in the last few days. But it's been very nice and sunny. Very nice and sunny. Ah, Benjamin, you're from Wilmslow, are you? That's not a million miles away from where I grew up. In rural Cheshire, very nice part of the world. You know, I should take on a multiplayer challenge. What do you reckon, Rusty? What sort of challenge should we do? Like run parallel farms or something and see who can make the most money? Something like that. That would be good, wouldn't it? Evening, Binks. How are you doing? Have I checked out the new check map that popped up on ModHub yet? I have not. No. Is it good? I might have to have a look at it. There we go. Right, we'll take a break from the combining now. I think we'll go and head over. What else have we got to do? Now we could do a bit of ploughing. I think we'll probably turn this cornfield over for starters. See how much more we can fit into this truck. I'm inclined to just put this into the distillery now and see. It won't be long till we need the corn, so that won't take long. Check map is nice, but it's huge. Definitely for multiplayer. Oh, okay, definitely worth looking at. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? When FS22 comes out, like we're all so used to auto drive and courseplay and things like that, that we'll be lost. Be lost. Maybe they'll fix the helpers. You never know. Yeah, GPS would be nice, wouldn't it? What do we think the first mod that will come out for FS22 will be? A 3-meter cultivator. Let's just check our silage and see. Oh, it's ready. It is ready. Easy dev tools, yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? So I'm going to roll this up here. I was looking at the price of some of these fields. I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I could buy this field here? 500,000. So that's not happening anytime soon. Transport mods for factories, that's fair. FSG stickers on combines. Yes! That's right, Quantum. Yeah, the maker of Auto Drive asked me probably about a month ago now if he could put my tutorial as the main video on ModHub, which was pretty cool. So that was quite nice to be asked. 6-meter subsoiler. Right, we're going to run this up to this field up here. We won't combine this field though now. We'll come back and do it later on. We'll do a bit of ploughing now, I think. Sam TTID, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Improve my yard. Trees, landscaping and sort. It's just wasted money, isn't it? That's like washing your tractors. What does it do? Nothing. We'll be interested with the update being released on ModHub if you get a spike in views. Yeah, that would be interesting actually, wouldn't it, Args? Keep an eye on that actually. It's a good one to check. You didn't like the machine damage rates, Ras. Let's just leave this here in the neighbour's field. He won't mind. Yeah, I think it's more likely to be vehicles and stuff in the first instance because you know, you're not kind of pushing the limits of what you can do with the code. Is this out? So can I take those honeycombs out of there? I'm intrigued now. Oh, what happened there? This is a problem with them not being honeycomb. Add. Why can't I take those out? Notice this before that you... Do you have to wait till they're full? Which combine is that, Rusty? It is. It's a Mark Thor edited. Yes, the 40,000. It's the 106. Rusty. That is the one it is. What else have we got in here? Crikey, there's a lot in here. Need more room around the extractor. Yeah. Don't know how to unspawn those. We've got some honey in here as well. 16. Oh, it's full. It is full. And we've got no extra jars there. Oh, that one's gone. Never to be seen again. Ah, just stay there. If we do this, we can add... two jars of honey. Nice. Let's top of the next one's up. Right. I'm getting distracted. What was I doing? Can't remember what I was doing. What was I doing? Right. I know what I was going to do. That trailer is full of manure. And kind of think we've grown out of it a little bit, although I don't think I have any other trailers installed. We should look actually at what we could use for moving our silage about. But I think I've pretty much got only base game stuff in here. Yeah, there's nothing overly exciting in here, so what I'll do is unload that. Take the barley to whiskey, thank you. Oh dear. Plough cornfield, I said I would do that as well, didn't I? All over the shop. Right, let's take it to the distillery first. And then we'll maybe dump a few loads of silage into the BG. Although it's early in the morning, it's only coming up to 10 AM, so zoom. We don't need to worry too much about putting that silage in the BGA just yet. %, pretty good. Pretty much a full load, 46,000 litres. Washing all your kit. I'm never ever going to live that down. Sugar beets and dirty machinery is what I'm going to be known for forever, isn't it? Delbertier, welcome. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. There's no gears on this Mac. Just kind of keeps growing. What was the name of the engine that Williams put in their F1 car in the 90s? That was just this constant build. It didn't have any gears in it. Great movies. You know it's Scorp. KLM42, how are you? Hope I said that right. Nice to have you here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. So Detroit sounds like it's only half throttle. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Have I done the needs a topper t-shirts yet? No, but it's I've kind of got half a design lined up. I'll have to finish that off, won't I? Distillery's just up here. Nice drive around the countryside. We struggled up that hill a bit. I was flooring it then. Nice noise though, isn't it? I always like Bull's Gap because look at the size of some of these fields. I mean, you could run big machinery on Bull's Gap as much as I'm running small stuff. Right, there we go. We've still got 5,000 litres of barley in here, so it's actually corn we ran out of to keep producing. That's interesting. Too bad Jeepers Creepers couldn't be fixed to match it. James Kerr, good evening, sir. How are you? Yeah, the turbo whistle on it's great. Well, you can see the engine inside it as well. Look at that beast. Take care, Rusty. Thanks for dropping by, mate. I hope you have a nice quiet shift. No undue problems. Keeping the law and order going. And the coffee shops profitable. A few rocks on these roads as well, the odd bump every now and again. Yeah, stay safe, Rusty. Thanks for dropping by. Keeping an eye on some of these fields here, actually. We could potentially afford to buy some of these later on. The prices are wild, though, on some of these fields on this map. Oof. We'll sleep well after that, Rusty. Right, here's our second field on the right here, so I'm going to probably leave the truck here too. The combine's already here. So we might as well line everything up, ready for... I might pull it onto the road, actually, roadside. There's enough of a space. There isn't. I'm going to be a total hazard. Well, I could roll it in here, but we've got a bit more verge here. Oh, there we go. Nicely done. We'll just leave him there. And we will go and do something else. Do you know what we're going to do? We'll get the white. Oh, look, I've scrolled all through everything. Could have just got out one of the other ones. There we go. That's what we want. We're going to get the new white out, shall we? Do a bit of ploughing in the white. Oh, the plough's in there actually. Do love this tractor. Oh yeah, we'd love to go on a ride along with Rusty. Best donut shops in town. So we have to plough this one because we had corn in it, or it'll damage our yield next time around. So that's fine. I think we could afford to put GPS in this now as well. I think we're going to keep this tractor for a while. I really like this one. Now it's 4-wheel drive as well. Oh, brakes are a bit questionable though. What's it with me and vehicles that have bad brakes at the moment? If you've not seen West Texas yet, stopping in the Titan was a challenge. For a while anyway. But now good old Mark Thought once again has fixed that for us. Wobbler, nice to see you. And Fat Rat, nice to see you too. Jeffro's had a flooding incident. Hope everything's alright, Jeffro. Now. Do I have to lime it as well? Yes, I do, K-Man. Probably do. I am going to unfold, and I think I will. It's a heavy right foot. Yeah. I'm left foot braking. Thinking it's a stock car. Let's do GPS it from here, shall we? So, turn that on. Drop that down. Set our A point. Set the B point, now we'll just set the width. And we are good to go. Eric the Long, how are you? Scott Fuchs as well, nice to see you again. Wobbler, you always enjoy the maps that I play. That's good to hear, Wobbler. Yeah, I'm quite picky about my maps. I have to say, I get quite picky. I like a map that feels authentic and real. Very much so. I'm big into that. I like maps that are based on real places. I just think they have a certain character about them that you can't really replicate in kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Fictional maps. Although I say that, and then you look at American Life Farming, and that's a phenomenal map. So I'm talking nonsense. But I do like maps based on real places. I like the stories behind them as well. You know, it's usually somebody who lives there or comes from there that has got a story to tell with a map, and that's what I really like about that. Just the background to it. Daggerwin's needing a new survival map to play, and this map would be perfect. Yeah, potentially would. It's a challenge because it's very difficult to buy fields, but it's got a nice big wooded area for sure. It was quite heavy on the logging to start with, but it's calmed down a bit recently. Bradley Powell. What map is this? And thank you for the Trailer Park Farm shed. Really like them. They are very roomy and spacious. Glad you like them, Bradley. This is, as it says in the title and the thumbnail, this is Bull's Gap. Your maps have to have the je ne sais quoi. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, we're doing well on the likes. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. That's a fair point, Hordy. Yeah, I've never started a survival series on a logging map. That's a different kind of challenge. But I would like to do that. Wilhelmina. There you go. Do a challenge series on Wilhelmina. That would be interesting. Dark Forest as well, that's quite another map. Holmacra is a great map. That's how I first discovered Argsy, was a Holmacra and a little bit of Machamp. On the days when we both used to post in the Giants forum. Which actually I think was quite a good way of getting views early doors, because it was a captive audience. I don't know what you think, Args, but I definitely picked up a few viewers by posting in the Giants forum. Farmer Cowboy, how are you? Nice to see you. Anyone tried the plantation map? Nope. So I did my first test run in the sim rig last night. First proper laps in anger. And you'll get to see that soon as well, which was good fun. Yeah, there you go, Argsy's through there and spamming some Discord servers, yeah. Riquelme, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream, man. Hope you're well. Don't like all the trees in perfect lines. So here you go. One test of whether a map has got that je ne sais quoi that Binks was talking about is when they've planted their trees, if they've bothered to rotate them, because you only need to rotate them 10 degrees, 15 degrees before you put them down. It's not a difficult thing to do. But that, for me, that's somebody who cares about the detail of something. So I like stuff like that. I'll just check things like that when I'm checking out a new map, because you're right. I think kind of just having a row of identical trees is a little bit off-putting sometimes. Take care, Benjamin. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. Thomas Mills, how's my day been? My day's been excellent, actually, Thomas. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a nice Wednesday, and it's always nice because you end up finishing with a live stream with you guys. So, what's not to like? John Lass, I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing very good. Holderman, the second channel for iRacing, keeping this FS19 22. I've committed. Because Esab bent my ear and said, well, that's it, you'll stop doing FS content. What I'll do is probably do it on the days that I don't have a video out, Holden. I don't think I'm going to do that much on it. You know, it might be once a week or something like that. Or I use my Twitch channel to start with. Now that might change. You're right, a second channel might be an option later on. Do I have the energy to run a second channel at the moment? No. I'm not as crazy as Farmer Cop. And even Kadirk had to go full-time to run his own channel, so run a second channel. So exactly, Mark. You can rotate them randomly as you put them down. So that's definitely just a little bit of effort, but adds a lot to it. I need to create a map. I would love to create a map. I would have to stop creating vids for a bit though, because I would disappear down that rabbit hole, no question. Although I did see MRG's new released a whole new batch of map tutorials, which I'm definitely going to get and have a look at, because I'm really interested to see how it all goes together. But trust me, after Argsy and I fixed our anhydrous challenges on West Texas, it just gives you a whole new level of appreciation for mappers and modders and the thousands of lines of code they have in their mods, and you know, one little thing that's not right and you're tearing your hair out. So yeah, exactly, Scorp. That is a problem, isn't it? People put a tree, but they drop it below the ground to make it look like a bush. That's just lazy, man. Can't do that. Of course, I missed one little bit. Got to get it. Just going to tidy this edge up. Grab this. I think this was the only other bit. Make a map and have a good few episodes ready. It's not a bad idea, Cookie. I like it. Take care, Farmer Cowboy. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. I'll see you soon. We are flying through this field. There's a few little bits of soybeans there in the corner. I want to plough those up just so I don't end up messing up with the combine later on. Farm Sim Frankly, thank you, mate, for dropping by. Nice to see you. We'll see you again soon. I think we're on the limit of what this tractor can handle. I think it's about 200 horsepower and it's 180 on this plough. And before you say turn it around, not turn it around, because it wouldn't work. Bad dad pun there. Did I do one by accident? There are no dad puns done by accident. I had a couple of good ones this week actually, if you want to hear them. I'm just going to leave that silence there until somebody says yes, I want to hear them or not. Ah, ploughing through this field. Oh, look at a bit of wheel slip there. Didn't even notice, Args. That's how naturally they come. So there you go. I was going to go to California on my holidays, and my friend said, can you be a little bit more Pacific? So I went to Hawaii. Oh dear, so bad. There you go, Caleb. That's the first one. My friend is a drummer in a band, and he had 2 baby daughters. What did he call them? And a 1 and a 2. That's even worse. Oh dear. Okay, I'll stop now. Yeah, K-Man, that whole tutorial on YouTube about how you take DEMs and terrain maps is it's very good. Now Args is joining in. Yeah, yeah. We go under 100 viewers because we're telling horrendous jokes. Tom Owen, my friends were shocked when they found out how bad I was at being an electrician. There you go. I thought they were good, John. That's very different to everybody else thinking they're good. Two very different things. Two very different things. Big Brother food thread. I tell you what, though, with the hot weather we've been having in Scotland the last few weeks, the barbecue has been getting quite a lot of action. And I had Wagyu steak burgers the other day, which were superb. Very nice indeed. Right, he's cruising along here. This white is great. This is much more powerful than the old one. Fillet steak for dinner. Oh, check Argsy out. His YouTube check must have come in. Treating Mrs. Argsy to fillet steak. Smooth, man. I like it. It's the only way to have a steak, Scorpion. Carried through a warm kitchen is ideal. That green corn over there looks good, doesn't it? I'm almost tempted to put the different crop textures on this map now, having seen them on West Texas, the ones that Argsy put on West Texas. Crumpets for breakfast for Holden. Very nice indeed. Like that. Mark used to have fillet steak sandwiches when he was a butcher. Nice. Perks of the job, Mark. Perks of the job. Fortunately, we don't have anything other than virtual equipment. Can you recommend it to? Well, exactly, Args. Where can you tell a group where you would find a good tutorial for replacing textures on a map for custom textures? If you could link one in the chat, that would be very helpful. Joel Jackson heard West Texas, and he wakes up from sleeping on his keyboard. If you could recommend a good coding tutorial as well, Args, at the same time, that'd be awesome. Oyster blades. I wonder if you ran a survey of farm sim players compared to the general public, if the meat eating quantities were considerably higher than the general public. Actually, the same could be said of Texans, couldn't it? Do Texans eat more meat than everybody else? Yeah, just watched episode 1 of West Texas with us, Args. And I have to like asterisks and caveat my jokes about Args' coding, because not a week before I had the same problems trying to put anhydrous on Seneca County, and he very kindly fixed it for me, and we worked through the problem together, and it was all resolved, and it was very, very nice. And he was the perfect gentleman and a very good friend, and didn't choose to share it with everybody and take the mickey out of me. So of course, what happens a week later when Argsy makes an absolute dog's dinner of coding West Texas? I pull him to pieces for it. What real mates do, isn't it? No quarter given, right? Okay, not much further to go on this, which is quite good. And I think we might get the slurry spreader out as well. Get this field coated. And then we'll maybe start shifting a little bit of silage into the BGA. Sorry, Args. I had to do it. It was a tiny error. It was one of those, you can't see it because you become blind to the code. It was a tiny error. Overcord! How's it going, man? Nice to see you. Farmer Klein wants a good vid on how to replace textures to custom ones on the example of Forgotten Plants mod. Okay. Might have to have a look at that. Oh, actually, you know I'm only messing. You know I'm only messing. And actually, do you know what? To give Args credit, people have been complaining for as long as that West Texas map has been out that you can't do anything other than paint grass textures on the map, and literally he fixed it in about 2 minutes flat. So credit where credit's due. Spending too much time on Hoff Bergman. That's alright, Overcord. Sometimes you just got to do it. I've got to... Oh, sorry, mate. Take care, Fusion. Thanks for dropping by, buddy. And remember, everyone, if you're not subbed to Fusion, his epic new video is coming out on Friday. So what we'll run up and down here, and then we'll just run down this edge. Hopefully I've not left it too wide. I'll have to go up and down it more than once, but we shall see. Subdiffusion. Very good, Mark. That's another dad joke. We'll class that in the dad jokes category, I think. Thank you, Args. Yeah, if you haven't, go sub to Fusion. Want to add the ability to paint bushes on your Midtown USA map, but can't get it to work. Yeah, I think you'd probably have to do that in Giant's Editor, Quantum. Not sure you can, unless you bought placeable bushes. But I do know they can be quite taxing on the old on the resources of a map. Bump the size right up. Drummerland, how are you doing? Congrats on the 2 million views. Thank you very much, man. That's very nice of you to say. Yeah, that was a nice surprise yesterday. Seeing as I only hit, I checked back today actually after I'd seen that, and I checked when I hit 1 million views, and it was only at the end of August, at the end of April. So yeah, flying. Oh, Ravensburg has its paintable. That's interesting. FSG must be the only YouTuber out there telling people to go and sub to all the different people. Quite right. Quite right. I don't get it. I don't get the, like, supporting other channels of a game that we all love. Why would you not? Why would you not? It's what we're here for. I would rather see a load of people go through the experience I've luckily had in the last year, and Args is having, than keep it all to myself. Because I tell you what, there's days when you kind of sit there, kind of just shaking your head in disbelief when stuff happens on the channel. When you hit certain viewer milestones, or a vid that you put up really takes off, and or you do something like I really enjoyed doing those tutorial vids, and people are saying thanks, I've never known how to use that or whatever, and or even the live stream I did showing you how I kind of pull my videos together and stuff. I just love that stuff. Much rather share it than keep it to myself. And we're starting to see kind of new content creators, Taz and Fusion and yourself, Hordy, that Mighty Mike, and I mean there's so many of you out there now coming up with content. It's great. It just kind of helps the community, right? Kind of pushes the prominence of FS19 and 22 up. So exactly, and we've also got the Texas outreach program. Would appear that literally everybody from Texas who's on YouTube comes and hangs out in here on a Wednesday night, which is nice. Thank you, Thierry. That's very kind of you to say. So, interestingly, the Land Rover thing is funny because, sometimes, and it doesn't happen very often, but you do a vid and you're like, do you know what? I'm really proud of that. I think everybody's going to like that vid. I think it's going to be one of my more popular vids. And then you put it up and then the numbers just didn't. I was like, oh, I was gutted. I was gutted because it was really fun doing it. I'm actually going to release all of those mods on the Discord. So if anybody wants to recreate that entire setup, I will give you all the mods to do that. I've already put the game save on the description for the vid, but I'll give you the mods as well. In fact, Mr. Cranky already has them, so he can tell you whether or not it all works when you do it. Now I've got a low hitch on here. Let's just find out if this new spreader works with the white. Do when FSG tries to make a map series. Can you imagine? Just end up probably raging quite a lot. I always fill it up when I leave it. That's quite clever of me, isn't it? I am very clever. Scorp met a work colleague through it without realising they worked together. Really? Is that true, Scorp? How did I not know about that? Tell me more. Yeah, Mighty Mike's Texas series is good. He's got a nice little spin on it, actually. Nice little storyline going. I like that. I like that creativity. This is wobbling about quite a bit. Oh no, it's alright now. Scott George works. Is that right? That's nuts, isn't it? Well, that's good, isn't it? How cool is that? Now we've just got to get a couple together, married, and have a child. Then we could have like a... Then we could have a farm sim family. William Cobble, nice to see you, William. How are you? How long does it take for things to grow if you play on real time? Every 6 hours, Mark. So I think it's every 6 hours without seasons you get a plant growth stage. And obviously if you're doing it at 5 times, that happens a lot quicker. And it can change the speed of growth as well. I tend to run it on slow because it just does go a little bit too quick if you have it on anything faster than that. Let's just check our spray rate. And it depends on fast. Yeah, that's a fair point actually, Args, yeah. Good job you're here, Args. Doing fair. Glad to hear it, William. It's a very Scottish response to asking how you're doing. There's a joke in Scotland, if you walk up to somebody and ask them how they're doing, and they say, "Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right," and then they'll stop you and go, "No, in fact, I'm doing better than all right. I'm doing not bad." Never anything more than that. There you go, Args with the numbers. Args with the stats. Thank you, mate. Nae bad, exactly overcode. I'm better than alright. I'm nae bad. We can use our digestate now to turn into fertilizer as well. So we'll put the digestate on there and we'll run fertilizer on the field when we plant. But it costs us no money at all now. Well, a bit of water and a bit of diesel, I think. The international language of how you're doing, yes. There you go, William. Grass is a pain, it grows too fast. I concur. Args and I, well, as you saw in the episode, we cut grass, and by the time it had rained once and we couldn't pick it up, it had already started to grow back in the field. Exactly, Hordy. There's days when I can't understand. You find somebody with a really strong accent and you're just like, nope, I got none of that. I've got a few friends from up north and it literally is a totally different language. Arella, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, fair point, Args. Maybe we should up it. In seasons, grass rots on the field pretty quickly. It does if you don't pick it up. Yep. Yep, we've got a lot of wet grass sitting on the ground now in Texas, which is not ideal, but hopefully we'll get it soon. Georgios, how did I get the digester from No Man's Land? Yes, there's a No Man's Land pack now in the mod hub, Georgios, so you can pick up all of the placeables from No Man's Land and use them on any map. So check that out. Turbo Farming, how are you doing? Hello, how's everybody rolling? We are rolling pretty well, my friend. Thanks for asking. That's probably the only answer you should give to anybody in Glasgow Hordey. They can be a temperamental bunch, those Glaswegians. Ah, yes. The deck is a classic Kiwi word. There are many a funny video about looking after your deck. But Turbo's asking another Texan. Are we another Texan here? P. McClanahan, nice to see you again, buddy. Welcome back. It has been a while. Glad you can catch it. Christian, how are you? Nice to see you. No worries at all, Georgios. It's a nice pack. It's huge. There's loads of things in it. This is a nice way to waste. Don't get caught, James. It's the only way I can hit as many people as possible is get it in a European time. Oh, maybe I should do some late night streams, which would basically be your dinner time, wouldn't it? I've always been intrigued if I did a stream at like 3 AM my time or 4 AM my time, if I would what my numbers would be like, because obviously I would miss the European team, but the US gang would be perfect timing for them. Esteban, welcome to the channel, my friend. And Rafael from Brazil, Sao Paulo. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome. James has most seniority. He'll be fine. Good work, mate. It's always nice to be in that position, isn't it? Always nice to be in that position. I'm actually going to look at a new office for our team tomorrow. Got to find a place that takes 100 people. Not sure how I'm going to do that, especially with COVID. You need a aircraft hangar these days just to fit 100 people in, but we're going to stagger it. We're going to go in groups. Nobody wants to go back to work in an office anyway. Everybody's happy working from home, so. Oh, Mark will still be there. Of course Mark will be there, because Mark never sleeps. Wobbler, it is 11:11 PM. Do I remember Rab FSG? No, who's Rab Holden? Jog my memory. Georgios, search NML pack, I think, and you might find it. Also, the search on the Giants website's absolutely terrible. NML, there you go. Thank you, Args. Rab C. Nesbitt. So I have a story about Rabsy Nesbitt. My Mrs. FSG's dad is good friends with the writer of Rabsy Nesbitt. So there you go. 3 a.m. is 12 p.m. for me, FSU. Well, there you go. Holden, you could sit and have your lunch in the middle of the day and watch some FSG. Falling asleep at his computer. B. McClanahan, 5:12. So you must be Central? P. McClanahan? Or is that, are you Eastern now? Yeah, you'd be Central. I'm going to be wrong every minute, Binks. Yay, nice one, Georgios. Glad you found it. Just wasting digestate now, but I need to be careful what I say, but hopefully Mrs. FSG's gone to bed now. T-Man, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. Yeah, Thierry's an hour ahead. Where are you again, Thierry? Are you Belgium? Is that right? Do I remember that correctly? Jakob, nice to see you again, buddy. Glad you can make it. Sim Dashboard is great. Glad to hear it, mate. I always like it when somebody discovers Sim Dashboard, because it is quite it's quite the change from hitting random buttons on a keyboard. A lot more immersive, I think. That's why I did it. I'm really hoping that the FS22 will have functionality for Sim Dash at some point. I'm pretty sure that the maker of Sim Dashboard will continue to support the game. It's going to be interesting to see if any mods work straight out of the box for FS22, isn't it? Hey, take care, James. See you later. Pleasant View Farms, how are you? Nice to see you. Take care, Bears Den. Oh, well, enjoy that. Congratulations to Mrs. Bears Den on her new job. Caden, nice to see you. Edric, is FS22 using the same engine? Technically, yes, it's using the same engine, but it's a very updated version of it. They're going to add a lot more graphical improvements to it, but it's an let's call it an evolution of Giants Engine 8. It's going to be Giants 9. I shoot bandits. I'm absolutely guaranteed GPS will be in FS22. I don't think you've got much to worry about there. I saw that, Pleasant, you were side dressing corn in your video yesterday. Have to say, enjoying the videos, mate. Really nice to see some real farm action, and the old confidence has come in on the conversations as well. So good job, man. So if you haven't, go and check out Pleasant View. It's doing some nice real farming content. It's really enjoyable to watch. Oops, I'm going to run over my corn. Dennis. Started Bull's Gap after I binge watched the series. But yes, it does take a while. It does take a while, Dennis. Stick at it. You end up not doing so much later on, though. Yeah, the production chains look good in FS22, I think. I think that's going to add a whole other element to the game, and I think it's brilliant that it's just going to open up a whole new world of options for console players as well, which is great. Yeah, Jason, you're not the only one, mate. You are not the only one. I think there's going to be a few people thinking like that. So yes, no, I agree with you there. But I don't think it's going to be a long time before the modders are up to speed with things. It's not going to take too long, I don't think. We were talking about it before, and I'm not convinced that the big changes that were seen between FS17 and 19 are going to be there this time. There's not fundamental changes to the way that mods are built, so it's going to be good from that perspective, I hope. Farmer Andy would be that guy. Thank you, Mark. We're sharing Pleasant's channel. Right. Let's go and shift some silage. Six meat subsoilers. It will be. There's certain implements that we just use for everything, right? Isn't there? P. McClanahan, thank you for joining as a farm manager, my friend. If you want to jump onto the multiplayer servers, you can now. Holden, last live stream, mate. Dude, that's not allowed. Surely you can get to work and then watch it at work, right? Yeah, mate, we'll miss you. Oh dear, Harps. Even his attempts at trolling are bad. Right, let's drop that there, shall we? I will stay with this tractor, actually. Argsy won the race. Argsy won the banhammer. Oh, crikey, I've got a lot of trees there, actually. Could sell some trees as well. Hey, G-Mister's in the house. I think he was about to frisbee his new Logitech wheel out of the window this afternoon. But it sounds like it's all fixed now, mate, which is good. Right, I'm just going to dump this manure here, I think. I can pop it under the trees using a digger later on. What do we think of the new map? Looks quite nice, doesn't it? I'm interested if they've managed to fit things like a baseball stadium and things like that. I'm kind of hoping it might be a slightly larger map. Take care, Pleasant. Thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated, mate. Right. Let's wheel this bad boy up here. For how often we're going to have to move this. It's got quite a big, broad pickup circle. And again, yet another Mark Thor mod. When I first had this, the camera was all over the place. It didn't work very well at all. But now, it's perfect. Right. Dylan McCutcheon, thank you for the sub, my friend. Okay, turn it on. There we go. Now, if I run underneath this, we can loop in the ploughed field as well. This is going to work very well. You were calling her 4 times. Nice, Args. I kind of think there was too much on it. You know, you kind of tot up all those big buildings. There's not much. Oh, it turns out the white's quite a tall tractor. Wonder if we can raise it up a little bit. No, I literally can't. Oh well, just have to remember that when we reverse in. Gonna have to reverse in, unloading this pretty quick. 300,000 litres of silage. A little bit of a glitch on the load there as well. It's going right through the floor, but it's not. What is the model of the white tractor? This is the 195, Georgios. It's the second one that came out. It's a medium tractor. Where is it? Right up at the end. There we go. So there's the original, the Field Boss 3, and this is which I originally had, and it's the workhorse now. Well priced as well. 32,000, goes up to 39 if you go for the bigger engines. But it's a nice bit of kit. Got some quite decent cheap tractors in here. Who was talking about universals before? There you go, look at that. Curtains and tassels. Beautiful. It wasn't, I thought it was a bug with the tractor, but actually we had a glitch. When you jumped out of the tractor it crashed, but it wasn't the tractor at all. It was just, at the time I thought it was the tractor because it had only happened as soon as I bought that tractor, but it turns out it was a tow chain, which is now gone, and we appear to have lost that problem altogether. So that's positive. Oh, Scroft is in the house. How are you, sir? You have over £1 million of silage just put into the BJ. Well, that's a nice big payday for you. Grey Devil. Yeah, delete that tow chain out of your mod folder straight away. No good can come of it. Dylan McCutcheon, is this mods? Yes, this is mods. The Farmentator. You get extra points for having such a good name. Doing well, Scroft. Nice to have you here, everybody. If you don't know Scroft, he's got a cracking little channel, which is growing quite rapidly now. Yeah, he's not hanging about now, so if you don't know Scroft, definitely worth going and checking him out. Good guy, friend of the channel. Joshua Flowers as well, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, we're doing well here, I think, mate. We are doing well. Thank you very much, Dylan. That's very kind of you to say. No worries, the Farmentator. If he was the Beatinator, I would have blocked him straight away. Exactly. Banned him from the channel. Keep him busy. Good to hear it, Joshua. Good to hear it. Look at that. You see, look at the conveyor belt. Look. It's still picking up that stuff. It's just such a good little conveyor belt. Such a good conveyor belt. Yeah, the Tashfun is great for logging. Brilliant. Where am I from, bro? I am from... Where do you think I'm from, Dylan? Let's play that game. Let's see how close or far away you can guess. I think you did, Mark. Yeah, I think it was slower than that before. It's a perfect, perfect speed now. All I need to do now is remind myself how to reverse. And everything would be good. Jakob, is there an updated version for this belt auger, or is it just mine that moves camera under the ground? Jakob, there is. If you jump on the Discord after after the stream, I will try and share it with you. You're guessing I'm Irish and from Limerick. You are in the wrong country. Because I love green. It's still running, Holden. I know it's slightly unrealistic, but it's got a great pickup width on it. I will move it back later on. Well, now Mark says Welsh. I could be Welsh. I grew up about 10 miles from the Welsh border, but I am not from Wales. It is at the moment a private update, Jakob, so, but yes, I'm happy to share it with you. Am I American from Alabama? Do I sound like I'm from Alabama? That's a new one. Nobody's ever said I sound like I'm from Alabama before. Take care, Bradley Powell. Nice to see you. I'm an honorary Texan, that's true. I can get into Texas. I can fly directly to Texas. I don't have to go through customs. Ah, thanks, Dylan. That's very kind of you to say. I'm actually originally from England, but I've been living in Scotland for 20-something years now. Came up here for university, never left. I will be very English on Friday night, K-Man. My daughter said to me today, I'm not sure who to support on Friday. And I said, well, depends if you want to, like, have a good night or not. But she was shot down because Mrs. FSG's like, you're Scottish, you'll support Scotland. But the problem with Scotland and England is the form book goes out the window. Like on paper, Scotland have got some good players. Don't get me wrong. Scotland has got as good a team as they've had in a long time. You know, guys like Andy Robertson, who's won the European Cup in the last year and stuff like that. So some decent players in there now, but they're not on a par with like the level of the whole England squad. But it honestly doesn't matter. The desire to beat England from Scotland is always so massive that it goes out the window. The bird was fine, Args. I literally made sure I drove between its wheels. Oh, T-Man's boiled peanuts. I love peanuts. That'd be brilliant. As long as we don't mention the first game. Exactly. At least if you're going to lose, you can lose to one of the best goals of the tournament, right? Dylan, am I a farmer? No, I'm not anymore. I kind of grew up on a farm. My dad was a farmer, so I worked on the farm a lot growing up, milking cows and working on the harvest and driving tractors and basically doing basically cheap labour for my dad. But not anymore, mate. I moved to the city to make it big, and I failed. There we go. I've got machinery, it's like a proper farm now. I've just got like machinery abandoned everywhere. Absolutely, drummer. I don't know a Scotsman or a Scots person full stop who does anything other than that. But I have to say, on the whole, it's genuinely usually pretty good-hearted banter between the two. Especially English folk who are living in Scotland don't seem to get too much of a hard time for it. So that's fine. And to be honest, the Scottish fans get so drunk by like 9 AM that they don't really care. So that's quite funny. That's quite funny. Sean, how are you, my man? Nice to see you. Right, we'll do one more load at the front here, and then we'll maybe move the conveyor back a little bit. May even run out by now anyway. England for the win. We'll do our usual, we'll play well, we'll maybe get to the quarters or the semis and lose on penalties, because that's what we do. Fosmo, nice to see you. How's things? Hope you're doing well. Glad to hear it, Sean. Glad you're doing okay. That's the basic rule of any sport, isn't it? It's support anybody and then your closest neighbour. And anybody who's playing your closest neighbour. Unless it's England versus Oz, and then it's still support Oz. Oh dear. Didn't lose. That's fair play. We didn't, for the first time ever, we didn't lose on penalties. So what have we done in this episode, Dylan? We have we've tended to our new beehives. We have Mark's like a proud dad at the moment, watching his creation do its thing. So yeah, we've tended to our bees. We've bought some beehives, Dylan. Then we combined some barley. We've ploughed this field here. We've put slurry on a field at the back. It's been a busy episode, and now we're just stocking up the BGA with a few loads of silage, so we can get a decent payday out of it tomorrow, hopefully. We sold our horses as well, and the £100,000 we got from our horses has pretty much been decimated already on bits and pieces. But we've got some more horses in. Oh, I'll have to have a look, T-Man. I'll have to have a look. Farmer Bradley, I've got a question for you on the Trailer Park Farms website. Is there any, I'm not sure what that word is, GNU sheds that you can download that is on that site? Basically what's there, mate, is what you can download. I think whatever you see, you can grab, I think. We in Norway support Norway, of course. But when they're not in the Euros, it's either Denmark or... See, that's nice. That's having nice neighbours. I like that. Yeah, we're taking a bit of kicking in the cricket at the moment. Royally beaten the weekend. Royally beaten. Right, alright, we'll do this one more load here, and then we will go and check the we'll go and check on the honey again. I think we'll call it a night there. I'll have a bit of an early night tonight. Kind of reached a phase at which we're we've done quite a lot. This has been quite a productive episode, and nothing's gone wrong. T-Man, it seems like yesterday I was trying to decide which trees to cut down. Now already at episode 41. It does, yeah. I'm really pleased with how this series has panned out. It was a great one. It's been really fun. Like a totally different way of playing the game. Totally different way of playing the game. And the whole challenge of finding mods that work, less of an issue now because we've got a little bit more money to play with, but just finding mods to work with at the start was a real challenge and really became kind of a fun element of it. Fosmo, take care, my friend. Thanks for dropping in. Great to see you. Hopefully see you again soon. Nothing's gone wrong except for the logo. Yeah, that was cosmetic, Mark. We can live with... This is a guy who doesn't wash his tractors. It's cosmetic. Old Cranky with the £10 super chat. You are a gentleman, sir. Weekly entertainment for you. You're welcome. You can just turn up and watch it, mate. I'm not going to charge you. But thank you very much. It is much appreciated. You're too kind, my friend. Too kind. Right. Let's reverse this up here. Let's go and see how much fruit we've got on our trees and in our boxes, and maybe go and see if we can put some honey in the shop and see if we can sell some. So, what's happening here? Let's see. They are not that full yet. We wait another episode or two before we need to empty those. I should have shut the beehives actually, shouldn't I? That was poor form. Do I see another couple of honeycombs in there now? Try and... oh, that's a tree fruit one. Have you noticed that? You get in the wrong place with these. There we go. Let's see if we can take another one out, shall we? I'm staying out of the cricket chat. We're saying 3 full honeycombs. I think I need to wait till there's... I don't know why I did that. I think I need to wait until I've got another one. 19% isn't... Oh no, we've got one there. 13%, right, yeah. So we can put another one into the spinner. I find it weird talking about cricket on a mainly European and American users. Trees produce pretty slowly. Farmer Bradley, I'm going to try and be a regular on your streams. That's great. Thank you, Bradley. I much appreciate it. That spin. How do we empty this, actually? Be intrigued to know that. Quite enjoying this. It's quite a nice little manual process. Which makes you think that you could do a lot of stuff with manual stuff in the game, couldn't you? Milking cow, feeding calves and stuff, you could do it this way. Ah, T-Man, thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated, as always. I'm just glad you guys are having fun. What made me... That's a good question, Dennis. Oh, they're upside down. What made me prefer YouTube? To be honest, Dennis, I was already doing the videos on YouTube, and that's where my audience was. So it made... it kind of made sense to stay on here. Now, I have done... Don't get me wrong. I obviously got a Twitch channel, which I've done a little bit of streaming on. I would like to go back to it at some point. But definitely I think the regulars are always here, which is always nice. And I'm kind of consistent about... Shall we talk about FS19 physics while we're here? Oh, well, there we go again. It's all going a bit crazy. Can't pick that up now, for some reason. Let's just flip it around, so there we go. Nothing to see here. Sorry, concentrating. I don't have to throw stuff. I wasn't throwing stuff. I'm just making it authentic, rustic honey. When you say rustic, what do you mean? It's covered in mud. Old man, trees need water and muck to grow. There you go, mate. 92% of each. Yeah, I'll have this truck too. It's great, isn't it? Mark Thor doing his best to keep me stocked up. Not enough yet. Right, let's run this down to the shop. Sounds nice as well, this truck. Think they're strapped down or not? I'm going to say no. Oh, what's happening with the camera here? Something odd going on there. FSG uses F11 to put some... Right, we'll do that, Mark. We'll do that when we get to the shop. Have you made it absolutely coated from head to toe? That's exciting. Oh. Ah! Yeah, everything's fine. Don't worry. We're good here. We'll just jump back to it. I don't know what happened there. It's going to be the last thing I touch, isn't it? There we go. Hi, I'm here with your honey delivery. Did you want to keep the boxes? Oh, there we go. That's quite nice. I've lost a box of it actually on the way. I don't know where that's gone. I've only got 3 in there. This one's disappeared through the floor of the through the truck. The third one here. We had 4 boxes. Oh no, it's there. It is all still here. There we go. I wonder how many this shop takes, actually. Can you go through the back door, actually, Cranky? Can you? Oh, okay. That would have been easier, wouldn't it? Made it to almost the end of the episode without having doing what's known as an FSG. And you were all putting back door, and I wasn't paying attention. So sorry, and thank you for that. Good tip. Right, so there we go. 10-2, I think we'll call it there. I was going to shut the lids on those 2 hives. But yeah, we'll call it there for the night. Just realised we can we hook the water tank up to this so we don't have to worry about a tractor? That would be good, wouldn't it? We can. That's good to know. That's good to know for another day. Exactly, T-Man. If it didn't break anything. That's perfect. Perfect artisan honey delivered to the door. Mud on the truck. Mud on the truck. Of all the people that would have reminded me about that, I did not think it would be Argsy. Right. Let's give this some mud, shall we? Let's max it out. 1. Boom. Oh, yes. Look at that, Args. You're going to go to sleep dreaming about this truck. Dreaming about cleaning it anyway. Look at that. Beautiful. Exactly, Scott. You didn't miss the end. Exactly. Right, folks. I'm going to leave it dirty now, just to annoy Args. Looks much better dirty. I love the fact it takes a while for the engine to turn off as well. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Another great stream. Loved that. Loved your company. Appreciate it. And we'll catch up again very soon. But for now, take care, and I'll see you again. Bye for now. Bye-bye.